So we're thinking about changing the name of this yet again to a forum user suggested Fear in Route. I kind of like that one, Fear in Route. There's a nice ring to it. But something that I think O'Keefe suggested, and it got me thinking, was, is video really necessary for this thing? Can we do audio?
I'd been thinking about that before you mentioned it too, because as I was watching it, as we were uploading them to YouTube, I found that...
Oh, honey. Wow. She was about 2 inches from my bumper.
And of course the camera was aiming out the other window.
Oh, she almost wiped us out. Wow. I mean, that just wasn't like she's going fast and she cuts over. I mean, she was inches away. That was awesome.
And I missed it again.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
But no, as I was watching the YouTube videos, I found that I wasn't watching the YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. I was listening to it to see how it turned out.
Yeah.
But I'm on other tabs. I'm on...
right.
Yeah, I'm doing other things online because I just didn't care to stare at you for 15 minutes at a time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we have podcast faces, I guess, but it's a talking head. We're talking heads for 10, 15 minutes, you know, and the scenery, well, I think the ride to Dan's place in a lot of parts is very beautiful. It is the same ride. It'll change a lot in winter. When it's all covered with snow, it's pretty, but other than that, it's kind of dead looking. It's either nice, beautiful green or dead looking or covered in snow. But it's always pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, and it was interesting getting mixed results on that. Some people were saying that, yeah, I don't see a point in it being video. Others are saying, I really like it being video and not just audio.
Yeah.
And if it is just audio, what do we do with it? Do we release it in the regular feed? Because I like the idea of this being a behind-the-scenes thing where we're...
Yeah.
You know, basically we're talking about things we don't talk about on the podcast. Mm-hmm. It's not a topic. It's something different.
I think we can release it in the regular feed as sort of addendum bonus. You know, just a little 15-minute or behind the scenes. I don't know. We'll try different things. We might try an all audio one before we make our final decision and just see how it plays out. One thing is we're doing it on video. We have 10,000 listeners. We do it on video because our YouTube channel is a shiny new thing and the camera's a shiny new thing, and we only have 60 people watching it on video. And so it's something, it's like a good idea, yet not good enough to where people would actually take time to do it.
Well, I mean, it's also, when you think about DVDs, how many people watch all the special features? You're a special feature person. I'm a special feature person. But not everyone is.
So you know what? After I got Netflix, I stopped being a special feature person.
I kind of miss them. That's one thing I miss about Netflix, is I'm doing all the streaming and there's none of the special features on it.
I have a 3-movie plan, and I do a lot of streaming, and I consume more video than I have time to watch the special features on, so I don't really do the special features anymore. Although I used to, when I bought videos and rented, I did tons of special features. I was always looking at that. And to me, it's a bit redundant nowadays anyway, because if I like the movie enough to where I want to learn more about it, documentaries on the special features are generally a little dry. I'm kind of going there for the information, not to be entertained, so to speak. And I can just go to the Wikipedia article. The Wikipedia article usually has more information than the special features do, or it's culled from the special features.
But that's kind of how I see this. This is kind of a behind-the-scenes thing, like you get as a special feature on a DVD. It's a behind-the-scenes featurette, and a lot of people don't watch those. I wouldn't ever expect to get as many people watching the videos as listen to the podcast, listen to the audio.
You know what the best special features I've ever seen on a movie are?
What's that?
Anything by Robert Rodriguez. Because he does a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, and he goes into his process of how he makes a movie and why he makes a movie that way. And how he does it is very different than how movies are traditionally made, because he uses a lot of technology and stuff, not just special effects. But he also, because he does everything in-house, they pull a lot of hours down in his studio, and they do a lot of late nights. Well, almost every single special he's done, except maybe Spy Kids, or every single movie he's done except Spy Kids, has a recipe in it. Like, it was chorizo fajitas or something? for Once Upon a Time in Mexico. There's another one he did where he did breakfast burritos that looked absolutely delicious. And he talks about like why he makes this or who taught him how to make this. And they make it in the kitchen at the studio. And he goes through the whole process. It's just fun.
Yeah, I like alternate endings. I love director commentary and things like that.
I used to like deleted scenes. Deleted scenes were fun, but I don't miss them because, to be quite honest with you, 90% of the time there's a reason why the scene was deleted. That's because it was boring, bad, or maybe not even bad, just redundant, didn't fit, wasn't necessary.
I like bloopers though.
Bloopers are great. I love outtakes. Outtakes are great. You could have the most serious, drama movie ever made, and I still want to see all the bloopers on it.
So I'm wondering, how many people did you expect to be watching these? I mean, because
I had no idea.
you got to figure it's going to be a much smaller
Nobody.
subset.
Nobody at all.
It's going to be the people that are more of the special features kind of people. I know. Actually, I haven't checked in a while. My video from Metropolis that I uploaded.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I checked, I had passed 100 viewers on that.
Yeah.
And I was shocked by that. I mean, yeah, I did do some tweeting about it. I was retweeted by some of the people actually in Metropolis, the Superman Museum, and all retweeted the information.
You know, one of our videos, the hot dog video from Fear the Con, and if you haven't seen the hot dog video yet, freaking awesome.
It is an amazing show of agility and epic display by Seneca.
Epic. Total epic right there. Well, that one has a ton of viewers on it, like in the hundreds. And it actually got, when you look at because YouTube has tons of stats, that when you make a YouTube channel, there's like a dashboard, you can see these bunches and bunches of stats and stuff. And you will actually see like how many people watch it, when they were watching it, how long they watched it before they turned it off, or if they watched it to the end. What I find interesting about that video is that most of the people who watched that video stopped watching it halfway through.
Huh.
And if it were like this 10-minute long video of someone talking a speech, I can see that. But it's a guy who stands up on a chair and holds a hot dog, and right when Phil comes running around the corner and grabs the guy, and he yells, "Stop!" Like, he holds his hand up and he yells, "Stop!" Something happening off camera. That's when people stop it. They stop it right before
the funny part.
Yeah, right before the thing the setup. I mean, the setup of what happens. The setup happens, and then they stop watching it. I'm like, why would you stop at that point? You've watched it that far. I don't get it, but.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but when I was getting my my new phone, I'm trying out all of these smartphones there, and what do you think I'm doing to test out the smartphones? I'm going to YouTube and I'm searching Fear the Boot.
Nice.
And what I'm watching though isn't actually any of our stuff. It's people that had uploaded
boot fetishes.
No, people that had uploaded the acceptance speech that John made at one of the basically the one where
F. Tracy Hickman.
Yep, that's the one. That's the first thing that showed up when I searched Fear the Boot. So I watched that probably 5-6 times as I tried each different phone, trying to see which one streamed YouTube best.
That is, I hate that speech.
I love that speech.
It's great. It is the greatest and yet worst speech I've ever heard. I love it because, of course, it's awesome.
Oh, yeah, it shows no respect for their award.
No,
award
it
he's
doesn't.
getting.
It's so unprofessional, and
it has no context because you don't know what came before it. But it's hilarious.
The fan and friend of John and me loves it. The Fear the Boot host and community moderator in me absolutely is just like, oh, guys, they flew you out to New York and that's all you can say? I just want to F Tracy Hickman? Oh, come on.
It was totally the John thing to say.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And honestly, you couldn't get more. You couldn't get more Fear the Boot than that, really.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
You know,
I cringe every time I watch it.
The sad thing about doing this in video is you get really animated sometimes as you talk, and we're too close for me to get it. I just tried to get you doing your marching and your hand motions, and none of it came through, I don't think. Because I'm way too close.
I'm definitely a hand talker. If anybody ever meets me at Gen Con or in real life, if you get me going, I am definitely a hand talker. Which is strange. Neither of my parents are hand talkers. I have no idea where I got that from. I'm a very kinetic speaker.
All right, well, we're at a little over 10 minutes, so I think it's a pretty good cut for this one. So, all right, see ya.
Yeah, fear the... What do we call it?
Fear en route.
Fear en route, that's it. I can't believe I forgot that. Oh well, peace.